Joining me on India Today is Alex Gandler, who is the Deputy Spokesperson at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Israel. Thank you so much for joining us here on India Today, Alex. Beginning with the military offensive, we are seeing ground offensive, we are seeing air offensive by the Israeli forces. But is this the real military offensive that Israel is planning, or is there going to be evacuation of the Israeli population from the border areas, and then we'll see the real military offensive?
Hello, first of all, and shalom to all the viewers. Israeli counter-terrorist operations are conducted in the Gaza area, both by air power, our Israeli Air Force, both by ground and artillery fire, and Israeli Navy. We are currently in the operations. We have started operations. I can't tell you where it's going to go currently. It might escalate a bit more. There is a goal to this operation, and it is to ruin Hamas's rule over the Gaza Strip and its citizens and its terror over Israeli citizens.
Right, Alex, but in this entire military offensive, we are going to see a lot of civilian casualty. Gaza is a place with 2.2 million population, densely populated area. How are the Israeli forces going to minimize civilian casualty?
Yes, unfortunately, there are civilians that are coming in harm's way. Israel is trying to minimize it as much as possible. We are conducting our operations with maximum precision in order to hit terror targets. Unfortunately, Hamas, who is the ruling party in the Gaza Strip, has taken upon itself to hide in civilian buildings, under civilian infrastructure, in mosques, in hospitals, in schools, in United Nations schools, and they know it. Just yesterday, I heard a report about Gaza civilians who were asking for the Hamas Interior Ministry to evacuate them. They were told not to evacuate in any case, and if they will be evacuated by themselves, they will be put back in their houses. This is a threat by Hamas on Palestinians in Gaza itself. Hamas is a terror organization very similar to what we remember ISIS being several years ago. There is no distinction, to be honest, from now on. When we say Hamas, we mean ISIS, and when we say ISIS, we mean Hamas. And we saw it now, just yesterday, Israeli troops going through the kibbutzes that were ravaged by Hamas fighters found ISIS flags with ISIS ideology textbooks that they brought with them into our territory of Israel.
For now, we know that Iran has said that they have no hand in the October 7th attack. We also know that Hezbollah is saying they're not going to cooperate or collaborate with Hamas. But what's your reading of the situation on the ground? Are we looking at, or are you looking into, is Israel looking into Hamas and the backing it is or could get from external forces?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're looking into whoever helps Hamas. Whether it be private individuals or state-sponsored help that Hamas is receiving. I will currently not discuss it in a wider forum. I think you all have seen reports about it in different media outlets. I can not confirm or deny them. I do want to speak to those people who support Hamas, even via social media by tweeting Free Palestine or such things. You are currently actively supporting a terror organization. You're supporting their morale. You're supporting them fighting against civilians. You're supporting the way they kill women and children, burn houses on their residence. You are supporting terrorists by doing so.
Well, we do know that Israel is determined to take out and completely decimate the Hamas. But Alex, is Tel Aviv not making the distinction, the difference between Hamas militant organization and the civilian population of Palestine and the aspirations of the Palestinian people?
We are currently engaged with Hamas, the terror organization. We're currently engaged with them, and we're working towards defeating them and towards eradicating their military capabilities and hopefully also their political capabilities over the people of Gaza.
Also, Alex, there's a lot of support coming in for Israel. Apart from the condemnation, the unequivocal condemnation of the attack, we are seeing military equipments, weapons coming in from the US, from the UK, many of your Western allies and partners. But there are certain European countries who are hesitant to stop sending aid to the Palestinian people. In the meeting, in the GCC meeting, it was determined that they are looking at continuing their aid and support to the people in the Gaza Strip, or for that matter, West Bank. What's your take on the two fronts? One is that there is aid that they will continue sending, and yet there is condemnation and military support that Israel would be getting.
First of all, we're receiving very wide support from the international community. I will mention one post that I saw today. Of course, we're receiving beautiful support from President Biden, Secretary Blinken, who's on the ground in Israel, Foreign Minister Cleverly, who was in Israel yesterday, the Czech Foreign Minister, President Zelensky, and of course, President Modi, who reacted in the first hour of this horror. But I was caught on this one picture that I saw of an Indian fan of the India cricket national team in the game against Afghanistan, and he said, "I support Israel," while holding the Israeli flag. That support from the Indian people is amazing to us. To answer the second part of your question, we're currently not asking any government to do anything that is not humanitarian aid.
My final question to you. Hamas has been declared a terror organization by a lot of your partner countries and allies, but there are many other countries, including India, that has not really gone out and declared Hamas a terror organization. What's your expectation then from India?
We truly hope that all countries understand what happened in the last several days in Israel. And I said Hamas is ISIS and ISIS is Hamas. I think that there will be some sort of change in the world perspective. Until now, Hamas was understood as a political force in the Palestinian political theater as well. This probably will change things. We have expected, and we still do expect, all governments to understand that Hamas is a terror organization first and foremost, and should be treated as such. And it makes a difference because it means that Hamas will not be able to operate in those countries, neither visit or operate any monetary gains or any financial dealings in those countries. Yes, we absolutely hope that all countries will understand that Hamas is a terrorist organization and designate it as such.
So you do expect India to designate Hamas as a terrorist organization as well?
The state of Israel expects all countries in the world to designate Hamas as a terror organization.
Alex Gandler, thank you so much for speaking with India Today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.